blazon the floors, no silver saints, by dying misers given, here bribed the rage of ill-requited heaven, but such plain roofs as piety could raise, and only vocal with the Maker's praise. In these lone walls, their days eternal bound, these moss-grown domes with spiry turrets crowned, where awful arches make a noonday night, and the dim windows shed a solemn light, thy eyes diffused a reconciling ray, and gleams of glory brightened all the day. But now no face divine contentment wears, 'tis all blank sadness or continual tears. See how the force of others' prayers I try, O pious fraud of amorous charity! But why should I on others' prayers depend? Come thou my father, brother, husband, friend, And let thy handmaid, sister, daughter move, And all those tender names in one, thy love. The darksome pines that o'er yon rocks reclined Wave high, and murmur to the hollow wind, the wandering streams that shrine between the hills, the grots that echo to the tinkling rills, the dying gales that pant upon the trees, the lakes that quiver to the curling breeze. No more these scenes my meditation aid, or lull to rest the visionary maid. But o'er the twilight groves and dusky caves, long-sounding aisles and intermingled graves, black Melancholia sits, and round her throws a death-like silence, and a dread repose. Her gloomy presence saddens all the scene, shades every flower, and darkens every green, deepens the murmur of the falling floods, and breathes a browner horror on the woods. Yet here for ever, ever must I stay, sad proof how well a lover can obey. Death, only death can break the lasting chain, and here, even then, shall my cold dust remain. Here all its frailties, all its flames resign, and wait till 'tis no sin to mix with thine. Ah wretch, believe the spouse of God in vain, confessed within the slave of love and man. Assist me, Heaven, but whence arose that prayer? Sprung it from piety or from despair? Even here where frozen chastity retires, love finds an altar for forbidden fires. I ought to grieve, but I cannot what I ought. I mourn the lover, not lament the fault. I view my crime, but kindle at the view, repent old pleasures, and solicit new. Now turn to Heaven, I weep my past offence. Now think of thee and curse my innocence. Of all affliction taught a lover yet, 'tis sure the hardest science to forget. How shall I lose the sin, yet keep the sense, and love the offender, yet detest the offence? How the dear object from the crime remove, or how distinguish penitence from love? Unequal task, a passion to resign, for hearts so touched, so pierced, so lost as mine. Ere such a soul regains its peaceful state, how often must it love, how often hate? How often hope, despair, resent, regret, conceal, disdain, do all things but forget. But let Heaven seize it, all at once 'tis fired, not touched but rapt, not wakened but inspired. O come, O teach me nature to subdue, renounce my love, my life, myself, and you. Fill my fond heart with God alone, for He alone can rival, can succeed to thee. How happy is the blameless Vestal's lot, the world forgetting, by the world forgot. eternal sunshine of the spotless mind, each prayer accepted, and each wish resigned, labour and rest that equal periods keep, obedient slumbers that can wake and weep, desires composed, affections ever even, tears that delight and sighs that waft to heaven. Grace shines around her with serenest beams, and whispering angels prompt her golden dreams. For her the unfading rose of Eden blooms, and wings of seraph shed divine perfumes. For her the spouse prepares the bridal ring, for her white virgins hymeneals sing. To sounds of heavenly harps she dies away, and melts in visions of eternal day. Far other dreams my erring soul employ, far other raptures of unholy joy, when at the close of each sad, sorrowing day, fancy restores what vengeance snatched away. Then conscience sleeps, and leaving nature free, all my loose soul unbounded springs to thee. O cursed dear horrors of all conscious night, how glowing guilt exalts the keen delight! Provoking demons all restraint remove, and stir within me every source of love. I hear thee, view thee, gaze o'er all thy charms, and round thy phantom glue my clasping arms. I wake, no more I hear, no more I view, the phantom flies me, as unkind as you. I call aloud, it hears not what I say, I stretch my empty arms, it glides away. To dream once more I close my willing eyes, ye soft illusions, dear deceits, arise. Alas, no more, methinks we wandering go through dreary wastes, and weep each other's woe, where round some mouldering tower pale ivy creeps, and low-browed rocks hang nodding o'er the deeps. Sudden you mount, you beckon from the skies, clouds interpose, waves roar, and winds arise. I shriek, start up, the same sad prospect find, and wake to all the griefs I left behind. For thee the fates severely kind ordain a cool suspense from pleasure and from pain, thy life a long dead calm of fixed repose, no pulse that riots, and no blood that glows, still as the sea, ere winds were taught to blow, or moving spirit bade the waters flow, soft as the slumbers of a saint forgiven, and mild as the opening gleams of promised heaven. Come, Abelard, for what hast thou to dread? The torch of Venus burns not for the dead. Nature stands checked, religion disapproves, even thou art cold, yet Eloisa loves. Ah, hopeless, lasting flames, like those that burn to light the dead and warm the unfruitful urn! What scenes appear where I turn my view! The dear ideas, where I fly, pursue, rise in the grove, before the altar rise, stain all my soul, and wanton in my eyes. I waste the matin lamp in sighs for thee, thy image steals between God and me, thy voice I seem in every hymn to hear, with every bead I drop too soft a tear. When from the censer clouds of fragrance roll, and swelling organs lift the rising soul, one thought of thee puts all the pomp to flight. Priests, tapers, temples swim before my sight, in seas of flame my plunging soul is drowned, while altars blaze and angels tremble round. While prostrate here in humble grief I lie, kind